All right. So once again, good morning. And our session is on using Microsoft Teams for effective communication and collaboration. Okay. So just to made mention that this session is recorded and will be provided to you the link to watch when you want to watch it and to learn something about it. Okay. So uh, oh, but before that, uh, I'll share you this. Okay, are you seeing a really nice uh,
Yeah.
pet animal there? Okay, have you seen that? Okay, so you can you see the PPT using Microsoft Teams for effective communication and collaboration?
Yes.
Okay, now uh, so I'll play a. You can see that small speaker there. I'll play an audio. Okay, just for starting. Okay, all right, what's happening there? Okay, can you hear the sounds? Okay, so that you can always insert in your PPT. Okay, so in your PPT, you can insert that. So if you're not familiar, go back to the presentation that I have provided. Okay, that recorded. It's in MS Teams, and I put it in YouTube. Okay, don't
Mm.
worry, I covered your names and personal details. That I will do again also on this recording. All right. Okay, so let's start our session for today. All right. So first question is, what is Microsoft Teams? Okay. So Microsoft Teams is a collaboration platform that integrates people, contents, and tools. You can work with other people, okay, remotely. When you say remotely, you can use uh, internet to meet them, do conversation, and even chat. Okay, and there's a free version of this. But if you are a member of your, like you now you're currently a student in a university, you can use your university access to have so that you can use more features of MS Teams. The personal account may not provide you with some features, but the university account that we're using here, you can do so many things. Okay, so much on MS Teams. So and this MS Teams we are using here in our university within our campus, and those who are working remotely for us. It's easy for us to communicate, collaborate, and you can uh, have a recording of this. You can put it in MS Teams, you can access that one, or you can save it in MP4. So which means you can save it and then you can download it in other platforms that you want, like YouTube. Okay. All right. So starting with how to start in MS Teams, you can download the apps, okay, in Microsoft website. And if you already downloaded that apps, you can install, and then you can use your university credentials to sign in. So it's available on App Store, of course, in Microsoft Office and in Google. Okay, so if you're using your mobile phone, you can also download that. Okay. When you're trying to record or facilitate a meeting using MS Teams, I do suggest you use your desktop or laptop. Okay, the reason is it's quite difficult to manage a meeting with mobile phone, but you can still do it in on using mobile phone, right? But what I'm saying is the functionality and convenience at your end will be better if you're using laptop or desktop. All right, so let's navigating that interface later. I'll show you. So the main components are, okay, we have Teams, that button for collaboration space. If you want to create a group or team and you're doing projects, you can create that, and then you can include those people you want to share or to work with the group within the group. Channels, these are specific topics within that team, so you can create that like a sub team. okay, on your Teams. Then chat, it works like WhatsApp, okay, or Messenger if you have Messenger. Calendar, I think you're familiar with this. The calendar, you can use it similar with Outlook. You can schedule a meeting, okay, set dates and time, okay, when you want to do the meetings. And then files, you can store documents and recordings using MS Teams. Okay, so for us to be familiar, I'll show you the features. So the one that you're seeing is a personal account. Okay, this is my personal account, right? So you can see that is the bell icon, that is the activity. Any updates that you may have missed, you can see there. Teams, that small like people like group there, okay, icon, that is Teams. So if you want to create teams, you can click there and then create your teams. Chat, if you want to chat, okay, like WhatsApp. Calendar, if you want to set schedules for your meeting. Okay, settings, the three buttons there. If you want to do some modification on the settings of your MS Teams. Notification, if there will be some notification, just similar with Facebook where you see some notifications, okay? I mean, any updates. Your profile account here, if you want to update your pictures or your preferences, you can do that here. And then we have that like a small camera button there that is meet now, which means if you really want to do meetings, you can click that one and then include people you want to meet. Is there anything that I missed? Okay, no, sorry. Okay, so let's start in creating and managing teams. Okay, so the first one is create a team. So you can click join or create team or create team. Okay, you can choose the template for or create from scratch. There's a template that available in the teams. Okay. Add members by entering their email addresses. So the same with you, I type your email address and then I included you in the meeting. Okay, how to manage team? You can assign roles, who are the owners, members, guests, and who can present. And then you can customize settings, privacy, which means do you want only people within your organization or university to be added in the group, or you can make it open to all. Okay, because most of the time you don't want to include outsiders, right? So when you set a meeting, especially if it is office projects, you want to restrict that one to only people within the organization. You can also restrict that only on individuals. Okay, like for example, I will include one of my friends only. Then that will be restrictive. So anyone who is not part of that list that I included, they cannot join. Okay. So it's like this. Okay. So here, that button plus, you can create teams there. Okay. Join or create teams. Remember the icon there? It's in that like a purple color. Okay, people there. It should be selected first. Then you can create teams. Or you can join team. You have to find a team that you want to join. That meeting option, you click that meeting option, you can see the options like this here, and you can assign roles. Okay, who are the participants that you want to join? Okay, and at the same time, what will be their role? Are they able to be a presenter, which means they can share their screen and show how it works? Okay, and there's an option here, recording and transcript. It's automatic, which means whatever I'm saying here, it will be transcribed and included in the meeting. Okay. Hopefully my my voice and accent will be taken correctly by MS Teams. Sometimes they capture it in a different way. So, all right, what's next? Okay, so if you want to collaborate in channels, you can post uh, conversation. You use at and then include the name of the person you want to have his or her attention. Okay. You can use the chat forum there to reply and so that you can keep the discussion. Okay, so that's the beauty of this MS Teams. So which means you can always keep that record documented, and anything that you have decided and wants to emphasize in the meeting, then it will be there. Okay. As I mentioned a while ago, you can use that as uh, a repository of your documents, like meeting of the minutes meeting, or some attachment that you want your team to always look into. You can use that. You can collaborate real time because there is an online version of Office. So, for example, if you want to update an Excel file, you just save it in SharePoint, and then that SharePoint you can update. Okay. So in the chat, you can do this. Okay. That say chat box, you can put at and then type the name. Automatically, it will search the name of the person. Okay. So for example, if I type at Milfred, and then it will search my email. Okay. Okay. So if you want to schedule your meeting, so schedule it. You go to calendar and then create new meeting. In that, you can add details, title of the meeting, attendees, date, and if you want to include the channel, you can include the channel. Set meeting options for entry and participation controls. As I mentioned to you, you can restrict the audience or participants of your meeting. You can set it at everyone or has the link access or within the organization. Okay. So joining a meeting, you can click the join, okay, button, and you can configure your audio and video settings. Okay, so you can turn on your camera or you can turn it off or test the microphone first before you go on and conduct the meeting. So this is important because at times you may have thought that the recording, sorry, the microphone and the camera are working well. Okay, so you have to test that one first, and that's you can remember that in the first instance I asked you if you can hear my voice or see the audio, or sorry, so you can see the video. Those are things that you can check first before you go on and do your meeting. Okay. And also I forgot to mention, if you are recording uh, the meeting, you have to mention that you are recording the meeting. Okay, so we have to respect the privacy of people. And in case in this instance I need to upload this in YouTube, so I'll do my best to remove any personal details that you have. Okay, you've seen it when I recorded the first meeting, right? I remove your names, and uh, I remove your video on that. Okay, so I'll do the same. Okay, okay. So don't worry, don't hide. Okay. So it works like this. Okay, so this is the calendar. So you have to click that calendar button there, and you will see this schedule. Okay. Usual shortcut is, instead of clicking that new meeting on top, okay, you can click directly to the date that you want. Okay, so instead of clicking the new meeting, you can go directly to the date and then just click. That's it. Okay, so you can click join if you want to join the meeting. Okay, so during the meeting, you can share your screen. Okay, as I have done a while ago. Uh, Use the chat functions. Okay, if you want to post the questions or comments, and then record meetings for later review. Okay, as I have done a while ago. After the meeting, access meetings recordings and transcripts. So the transcripts are automatically generated, okay, using Copilot AI. So again, but you have to be mindful of, sometimes the AI may not have may fail to capture the actual words, okay, that uh, the presenters mentioned in the meeting. Continue the conversation using the meeting chat. Okay, some tips or best practices here. You can keep the communication clear and concise. Okay. Utilize channels effectively for organized collaboration. So which means you can create a channel within the group or within the teams. So you can have like a specific discussion on that channel. And then regularly check notifications and updates. Etiquette, mute when not speaking in meetings, okay? And be respectful and professional in all the interactions. Okay, so with regards to resource and support, uh, if you need trainings, and this is part of the thing that I'm doing to you, I'm helping you to be familiar with MS Teams. So that's also what we're doing on our university part to support you in learning how to use MS Teams. Microsoft resources, there are online help using Microsoft Teams Help Center, and then video tutorials and webinars. Okay, so at the end, if you want them to ask questions, okay, they can post questions or open the floor for questions and provide your contacts for further support. Okay, so any question you want to ask? Nothing? Later, we will have a.
Like,
Okay, so, yeah, tell me. Tell me any question.
um, later you'll show me how to,
How to use this?
um, yeah,
Okay, no, no,
how
don't
to.
worry. We'll come to that after our meeting. Okay. All right. So that's the end of my presentation. My contact details are here. You can always go through. All right. So I'm ending the recording session of this presentation. Uh, and I'll show you how it works. Okay. Off the record. All right. So I'll just stop the recording. Thank you very much for listening.